Hi guys, and welcome to my brand new Xcom series. This is going to be a bit of a let's play, a little bit of a playthrough, and possibly even a little bit of roleplay depending on how into it I get. Now this is a remake of a game that was originally released in '94 by Micro Prose, who are now eventually, after passing through a number of different hands, part of 2K and Take-Two. Now Firaxis also got in on this, and they are known for their strategy game Civilization, and believe me, they've done a very good job on this as well. I've played a few bits of it already, and it's a really good game. So now I want to bring this to my channel. Each mission is about 20 minutes, 30 minutes long. Some of them last a little bit longer than that, but that's good video size. So, and hopefully we'll get on the action. I'll get a little bit into the gameplay and we'll see how this goes. Basically, you control a squad of multinational private squad of state-of-the-art troopers, and this brand new alien threat, which is a little bit War of the Worlds, maybe, but they're the only force equipped to be able to deal with these guys. So I'm going to pass you over to one of the council, and in his very eloquent voice, he's going to describe what's going to happen next.
In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the Xcom project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
And that is Xcom. Right, so we are going to do, first things first, we have to choose our base's location. So we have a choice of North America, Europe, Asia, South America and Africa. Each one gives us bonuses to certain productions. So North America gives us a discount on weapon costs, build prices and maintenance. Europe gives us the same on laboratories and workshops. Asia gives us the same on foundry and officer training school. South America gives us cuts the time to instantaneous on autopsies and interrogations, and Africa just gives us a general 30% boost. Now, knowing what I know, North America, Europe are good. Aircraft are used to defend your satellites, and satellites are what you use to. A satellite over a country helps you gain extra money per month, so that is pretty good. Europe, laboratories and workshops. Your scientists work in laboratories. They increase the speed of your research, whilst your workshops hold your engineers. Now, certain projects, engineering projects, you need a certain number of engineers to complete them, so this is also quite good. Asia. Your foundry is where you improve the equipment that you have, while officer training school is where, unsurprisingly, you improve the officers that you have. So again, that's quite good too. South America, autopsies and interrogations are completed instantly. With enough scientists, you can get pretty much most of the autopsies down to a day anyway, and in game terms that's pretty quick. So actually that's probably the weakest out of the 5. But I'm going to go for all in, which gives me an extra 30% across the board. So my monthly funding will be increased by 30%. So I'm going to go for that. And with that, I had a mission. So here's my squad. By the looks of things, I've got 2 girls, 2 guys, which is cool. And it looks like some sort of school or building. Anyway, I got to get down here. And as my first, I got to sweep the site and make sure it's all clear of X-rays or aliens. So here's my Sky Ranger touching down. Sky Ranger is just in general troop transport. Make sure that transfers my troops around. Alright, everyone takes cover on point.
Strike 1, this is Central. You are free to engage all hostile contacts in the AO. Don't take any chances.
Right, so each person has their own home nation. If you can make out the flags on the back, it looks like possibly an Italian here or a Frenchman. I'm not sure. Can't really see that one. Definitely can't see that one. Or ponytails in the way, but I've definitely got an American at the back here. So, right, we're going to take up cover point. So, quick overview of the game field. There's a couple of icons here. Obviously, they have their hotkeys on the keyboard as well. That's your squaddie's name, and any abilities that they have will start appearing at the bottom when they get them. What weapons they're equipped with is on the right hand side, and any movement, apart from movement, any other bits they can do. So they can fire if they've got targets, they can go into Overwatch, or if any of their equipment they can use, they can do that as well. Right, when they're moving around, you've got cover here. They can move. Alright, hang on, let's do this the right way around. First things first, they've got pips above here. So, 6 pips is your health. This will get more with the better equipment you've got and the higher rank that they get. So this is your health bar basically. Below that is your flags. Moving to the blue area uses up 1 flag, which allows you to take 1 more action afterwards. Shooting will use up both your flags straight away. So it's a tactical option about what moves you should take at when. You can dash, which is to move to the yellow, but that means you can't shoot or go into any sort of defensive position. So it's up to you what you choose, but depending on the situation. Now, the game board does have its own limits. Doesn't look like we can go any further back this way, so there's no chance of any hostiles coming from behind us. And the same for this side, as you can see these little red bars flicking up. So it doesn't look like anything can come from either bottom left or bottom right of the screen. So that means all contact is going to come from this building. So I'm going to position my troops accordingly. Right, she can get to behind one of the alien landing pods. Fortunately, they offer full cover, as indicated by the full shield, opposed to half cover. That's for the half shield. So I'm going to move her into full cover and Overwatch. So that's Backer. Alexandria Golubiva. It's a bit unfortunate, but anyway. Right, so we've got hostiles coming from in front of us. Behind that box looks like one of the best covers we're going to find anywhere anyway, so she can move up to here. No contact, so you can go into Overwatch as well. Overwatch is just a game mode. It's a very, very useful one. If any enemy moves within their line of sight at their firing arc, they will take a pop shot at it. It's a small enemy, it's small aim to hit. It reduces the aim ever so slightly, but considering the benefits and the quick snapshot that it gives you, it's pretty much always worth taking. So this guy, Tom Howard, is the Yank. He's going to hide behind this car and go into Overwatch. And that leaves Silvio Bettini. Silvio Bettini. Okay, Silvio, you have... He's obviously Italian, so... you're going to take a position just behind this bin. Still no contacts. Overwatch you go. So all the teams in Overwatch, if any enemy decides to scuttle past, they get shot at. But they didn't, so that's fine. So that was the enemy's turn. No enemy in sight. So Backer, get your ass up to here. Still no enemies. So again, Overwatch. A lot of what you do is just literally going to be dictated by you going into Overwatch. Now, I'm not going to move her straight away. Now, the reason for this is I reckon there are enemies hiding here and they're just outside my line of sight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flick through between some of my other squaddies, Bettini being one of them, and move them accordingly. Teeny to go here. No contact, good. So into Overwatch. Howard is going to move to where Teeny was. We know there's no contact there. Overwatch. Now, Golubiva. Get up there into your... Damn. Well, I was hoping that I'd uncover somebody, but it hasn't. Any contact? No. Still quiet on the western front. Now, the map only goes back a certain distance, so you can see where the corner is here. Now, enemies can still try and flank around the corner. So, I'm going to move her to here.
Alien life.
Contact!
We're witnessing something never before seen in recorded history.
That was supposed to be a close-up. Right, so they've seen us, and that means they've taken up defensive positions. So there's one in here, and there's one round here. If we come in their line of sight, they will shoot at us. I'm going to leave her in Overwatch. I know roughly where the enemies are now. So there's at least 2 up here, but I reckon there's at least another 2 to 4 enemies around somewhere else. So I've still got to... I can't just move my guys around willy-nilly. But hiding behind this fountain should give me enough cover from... There we go, I've got eyes on the 2 targets now. If I'd have moved on to the end, he would have had no cover from this guy here, so this guy would have been able to shot through. Moving Golubiva a little bit further back means that actually this will offer me a little bit more cover now. Firing targets, because they're so quite far away, I've got 25% to hit here and 25% to hit here. Right, so now we can see the back of her, she's Ukrainian, so that's okay. So 25%, 25%, so that's 1 in 4 chance to hit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put her into Overwatch, so if they decide to move for a better shot, she'll take the Overwatch shot at them. Come on. Right, Yankee Doodle Dandy, it's your turn. Get up behind this bench. That'll give you cover from top left and top right. And guess what? We'll go into Overwatch as well. Now, there's always a risk with moving up further into the building of exposing the flanks. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move up to the side of the door, with no contacts around the end, and I'm going to open the door, which will allow me to see inside. And we have no contacts in the building either, so actually you can pop into Overwatch 2. That's everybody, enemy's turn. If one of them's going to scurry forward, hopefully we'll get the shot off. Right, these guys can use their mind controllers to buff it, so as you can see he's now gone up to 4 pips rather than 3, which means he's got extra health, and he's now going to take a try and pop shot at Golubiva. Fortunately all he succeeded in doing is blowing a hole in the wall, which is fantastic for me. Right, Backer, get your butt up into here. You have eyes on 2 targets. How is your fire sight? 25% and 25%. I could use a grenade to chuck a grenade in through the door, but grenades will not give me equipment bonuses at the end of the game. I can salvage equipment from the end of the battlefield, and quite frankly I need that at the moment because every equipment is precious. So I'll only use a grenade in the last resort when I've got a guy pinned or exposed. I can try and... It doesn't look like those guys are going to move out of there. So it looks like I've got to try and take a pop shot. Yep. Let's move everybody else into position first, I think. They're not in Overwatch, so Golubiva's okay. She can move up. What else have we got? We've got Howard, who is stuck, annoyingly. So he's going to go around and he won't make it to the... Because he's got to go around, he won't make it to there. So actually, I'm going to scoot across, go into Overwatch again, and then I'll allow him to make the fountain next time around. Right. Guess what? Bettini, get inside. There we go, there's 2 more contacts, just as I thought. So they're taking up cover positions. So you can go into Overwatch. And now I have 3 targets as hot targets. So Baka, who is South African, by the looks of the back of her. I just caught it next time round. So this guy's now 45% chance to hit. I still have a 25% chance and 25% chance. Now, Golubiva, yeah, 60%. 25, 25, 60. Right, she's going to go for the 60. That's more than half. So let's fingers crossed she makes the target. She did. Target down. Excellent. Right, so that pistol
appear to self-destruct when the operator dies. We should look closely for any fragments that could be salvaged for our own development programs.
Yeah, they're meant to blow up unless you capture them. That's the only time you ever get a weapon in one piece. Otherwise, they always blow up, which is fine. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a shot with her. I got a choice of 2. Obviously, they're both 25%. But because one's being mind buffed by the other, if I take out the guy that's doing the buffing, this guy here, because the energy is flowing this way, if I take out him, the act of just killing him will also kill him. So I have the option of a 2-for-1. So I'm going to go for it. Missed. But scared the little shit out of him, hopefully. No, he's going to... Oh, he's now buffing not him, but the other guy. The one that's tucked behind his wall. Right, he moved into their range.
Damn it.
Somebody got 2 on him.
He is still
I
alive.
think it was the guy inside the building. Ow! 2 shots in the mush. Not good. She's inside the bin. Nice. Sabatini got the target, which is a good thing. So yeah, if I move here, it means I'm exposed. So that's probably not the best place to be going. So I'm actually going to pop up around this corner. Good. That gives me target line of sight, 45% damage on this chap. So go for it. Fail.
Damn it. Enemy is still alive.
Right, Howard, you can get behind the fountain, and it still gives you a clear line of sight, 45%, 45%. Right. Let's go for this guy.
Target still up.
Annoying. Right, you got target on 3, 61, 50, and 25. I'm going to go with 61. The chance of getting a 2-for is... Target down.
X-ray down.
Excellent. Golubiva, you'll be unsurprisingly going for this chap right in front of your nose. He's down too.
X-ray neutralized.
Right, 2 targets down, leaving with 1 target left. This guy's moving. Because everybody fired, they're not in Overwatch. Good shot. Good miss. Well done, sir. 45. Or I got a chance to move. Right, I'm going to move everybody up through the buildings first. So Howard's going to take position there. He's got 45% chance to hit, so I'm going to put him on to Overwatch. No cover provided by anything here, but Patini can move up to this. He's got 45% chance to hit as well, so I'm actually going to put him into Overwatch 2. And I'm going to let the girls take this. Right, Backer's got an opportunity to move up to half cover behind this table, which she's going to do by bursting through a window. Tough titty, tough girl she is. Golubiva, get your ass up. She's going to take position behind this sofa. Right, her target is 66% chance to hit. Go for it, girl. X-ray down.
Good work out there, Strike
Right,
One.
that's it.
If I
4
may,
aliens
Commander,
down.
The labs are on high alert. Teams are standing
Operation
by for
Morbid
your
Pipe.
orders. We can
Okay.
begin researching the newly recovered artifacts immediately.
4:24 a.m. was concluded at 4:24 a.m. with 4 aliens killed and no operatives lost. Excellent. That's what we'd like to see. Mission 1 complete. Oh yeah. Heading back to base. Everybody in a good place. Right, I'm going to go quickly through the base while now we're back and the mission debrief, and then we'll call it a day. So, this is mission debrief.
Welcome to Xcom HQ, Commander.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Central
number
Officer
one.
Bradford.
He's my
My
second
role in
in
this
command.
project is twofold: providing tactical support for our field operations, and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand.
Good man.
Speaking of which, we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
So after every mission, if your squads get promotions, the first thing you can do in the debrief screen is promote them. Experience is based on kills, so because Bettini and Howard didn't get any, they don't get no kills. Right, Golubiva was wounded, so she's going to be out of action for 8 days. There may not be any action for 8 days, so she might just get back into routine straight away. So we have Baka, who is South African, Golubiva, who is Ukrainian, Howard is Yank, and Bettini, obviously Italian. Baka has been promoted to assault, so getting up to the squaddy means she's now an assault.
The
so
assault
promote
class
her.
serves as our front line. They're the first ones into a fight, and the last ones out.
So by being upgraded to an assault, she gets run and gun, which is the first line, which is the first upgrade in the tree. When you get to corporal, you get to choose one of these. Sergeant, you get to choose another one, so on and so forth. Obviously, with major and squaddy, you only have one choice. They're deemed standard for the class, which is fine. So run and gun means that I can sprint the full distance once every 3 turns, so 2-turn cooldown. So once every 3 turns, I can sprint the full distance to all the way out to the yellow bar, and either you go into Overwatch or shoot afterwards as well. So, and this, she now gets the ability to use a shotgun, which means that with that in combination with the shotgun means that we can get right up beside an enemy and shoot it in the head, which is always good. So, excellent.
Commander to
Congratulations,
the research
Baka.
labs. Commander to the research labs.
Obviously the intercom is calling me, but I'm going to ignore it for a second. Right, Golubiva with her 3 kills has been promoted to Sniper. These promotions are random. The game will try and keep a certain percentage, a certain proportion of each one of your people as each class, so it should even out. So you where there is a chance
Commander
of
to the
getting a lot of
research
heavies
labs.
or
Commander to the
snipers or
research
assaults
labs.
or support, which is the other classes, you should have an even split of everybody. So sniper,
Our snipers specialize in
unsurprisingly,
dealing massive amounts of damage from afar. But without sufficient training, they're vulnerable in close combat situations.
so she's got training in headshot, so that gives her an increased chance of critical damage, 30% damage on, which is always worth it. Doesn't cost anything else. So, and she's now armed with this nice, sexy sniper rifle. Sniper rifles you cannot move and shoot, so you have to make the option. One of the unlocks at corporal is either the ability to move and shoot, or is the ability to use your
Commander
squad's
to the
field
research
of vision.
labs. Commander to
So
the
she
research
can stay
labs.
behind the. If she's behind the fight, she's not out. So it's an interesting choice to make. So she's been promoted. Howard and Bettini obviously didn't get kills, so they don't get promotion yet.
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is waiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
Yeah, no problems, love. Right, so we uncovered the possibility of starting xenobiology, weapon fragments, and alien materials. We also uncovered 4 sectoid corpses, because I didn't blow them up, and 8 weapon fragments from the sectoids. So we can use the weapon fragments and the sectoids as part of our research. So this is my base. As you can see, it's quite nice. This is the engineering lab, air hangar, satellite uplink, the
Commander to the
mission
research
room.
labs.
This is
Commander
my
to the research labs.
where I train all my officers. Research R&D is in here, and then over here this is my barracks and bits and pieces where all my guys hang out. As you can see, there's a few of them doing a bit of running. Twins, Basil, twins. Couple of guys propping up the bar. Looks like the Yank. Cool. Play a bit of pool. It's the infirmary. She seems to be fine. Go back to duty. Cheeky mayor. Right, so I've got exclamation marks next. Research, engineering, and mission control. So let's find out what research wants.
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Farlan. I oversee the research labs. This is where all of Xcom's research and development takes place. We have already begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
You have my approval. Basically, this forms the backbone of making your squaddies better. At the moment, you've got 5 scientists. Hopefully, over missions and on a monthly basis, I will get extra scientists.
Commander to engineering.
Yeah, alright, I've only just got to research. Just a sec. So I can start a new research project. I've got 3 choices: xenobiology, weapon fragments, or alien materials. I'm going to go for xenobiology.
I agree. That does seem to be the most pressing of our current research options. We'll begin immediately. I will notify you when a complete report is available.
Yeah, the more scientists you have, the faster this research will take. Each one was obviously, the more scientists you have allows you to research faster. Everything's got its own length of time. I'm guessing there's a certain number of pips, a certain value, and obviously the more scientists you have, the faster they can get through that value. So the faster the research takes. Xenobiology will allow me to, I believe, allows me to capture and interrogate aliens, which allows me to get research concessions on other bits and pieces, which is very useful. Engineering?
Ah, Commander. I was wondering when you'd be stopping by. Welcome to engineering. Anything they can dream up in the research labs, we can build it here. Speaking of which, Dr. Valen has just sent us some new schematics. With your approval, we will begin fabrication.
This is engineering. This is where all your equipment is manufactured. After R&D, give it to you. So I have 2 choices here. I can either build and buy items. So I've got a choice of building or buying a med kit, or a satellite. Now satellites give me cash, and believe me, you need cash. So that's always a definite maybe. Other than that, I've got a choice of a med kit for one of my field engineers. So actually I'm going to buy one and submit that. It's an immediate build, so I now have med kit available. Going back.
We've still got some room to grow up here, but if we really want to expand our facilities, we're going to have to start excavating beneath the base. Unfortunately, the deeper we go, the more it's going to cost.
No, that's fair enough. This is your base, basically. The hangars, barracks, and everything else are all at the top. And then underneath that is the first layer. So I've got officer training school over this side. Got a satellite uplink.
Commander to mission control.
Yeah.
Commander to mission control.
I've also got 3 pockets of steam, which is very useful. I can use those as geothermal power. So the first thing I want to do is I want to start building outwards. Now, I've got space here, which I'm going to definitely put a satellite uplink in. But I want to build an access lift so I can start accessing the steam almost immediately. So,
work crews are on their way to begin construction.
Good man.
I'll send word when the new facility is operational.
Excellent. And I'm going to start excavating this side as well. So, what I'll do is I'll excavate this row. As soon as I get this access lift complete, I will excavate either side of here to be able to get to the steam, and then continue across. And then obviously next level down, and so on and so forth. So I've got all of this space. Now, one of the key things is getting my satellites up to speed, because the more satellites I've got, the more cash I'm likely to get in. So that's a pretty important thing. If I expand my events lift, as you can see, I've got access lift, xenobiology, and council report.
Commander to mission control.
Yeah.
Commander to mission control.
So actually, not facilities. I don't want facilities. I want to build bio items. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get 2 satellites in
Commander,
order.
Our current satellite uplink facilities are at full capacity. We should build additional uplinks as soon as possible to allow for new satellite deployments.
I will, but I'm going to put the satellites on order. So in 20 days, I will get 2 satellites, which is all I could afford at the time. But that will allow me, as soon as I get the uplink, then I'll get satellites up and into space, which will get me cash coming in quickly. Which, believe me, is very important. Right, mission control. Before she shouts at me again. Okay, simply mission control is the way you progress time. So as you can see at the moment, the time is 1:42. So in game terms, 1 minute is every second in real time. 1st of March 2015, sorry. So a little way into the future. Only about 3 years, which is fine. Because this is a list of all the upcoming events. So 20 days before those satellites are built and operational. 8 days before the R&D reckon xenobiology will be ready, 5 days for that access list to be built, and 31 days before the next council report. Basically that's payday in essence, and that's when they review my performance so far to date. So if I mess it up, that's going to be a bad day. If I'm doing well, that's going to be a good day. And to progress the game, I scan for activity. Simple as that. So you can see this counting down as... Right, so nothing happens until the lift's construction complete. So I have 2 choices. When anything is ever built, I can either go straight back to engineering and ask them to build something else, or I can just carry on. But I'm actually going to go to ask them to build something else, and the reason for that is I want to excavate these. So 20, 40, 50, which is all good. So it only gives me 12 credits now. As you notice, that symbol gets used a lot. So I've only got 12 credits, that's fine, it's not a problem. Go have a quick view of my soldiers. View the Aurora's blanked out, because I haven't actually lost anybody yet, which is nice. Officer Training School, which is the room we got. This is the upgrades, so I've got to get a sergeant first, followed by captain. So this one, believe me, will be one of the first ones I unlock. Gives me an extra soldier, and obviously an extra gun on the battlefield is a good thing. View my soldiers, I can view all my active peoples. So Howard and Bettini from the first mission, Baka the assault, and Goloweaver the sniper. She's only got 3 days left now, which is good. These are my backups. So I have Perkins, who's also American, Rangaranjan, who is Indian, Keenan, Irish, Shazad, Pedersen, Murakami, Riviera, and Ishikawa. So big active number of nations, which is cool. And you can, for an extra 10 credits, you can hire another soldier in. So if you find your numbers getting a little low, you can hire them in. Now, especially later in the game, you want to be about at least 12 people, 12 soldiers that are not rookies that are getting higher, at least 12, preferably more. So you need to sort of, on most missions, you need to make sure you're taking along a rookie, unless it's a really tough one, and then you can take along your vets. But the last thing you want is all your squad wiped out, which is a possibility, definitely a possibility, and you having to take in a brand new green squad into your next mission, which could be a toughie. So that's basically the base. There's the hangar where your aircraft are based. So at the moment I've got 2 over Africa, because that's where I'm based. So simple as that. And the situation room at the moment I can't get to, because it's greyed out. So that's the end of the first game. So I hope you enjoyed that, and episode number 2 will be coming soon, I promise. Alright guys, please give it a thumbs up if you like the idea of where this is going, and we'll join our team, Strike Force 1, in the next episode for the next mission. Alright guys, I'll catch you later. Cheers very much.